What's good, everyone? Today is a different type of episode of Bravo and Blaze. I'm going to blaze through reviews of other pop culture shows that I've been watching or have binged. I'm going to go through where you can watch them, what season we're in, how many episodes, who's on the cast, and just my Blaze thoughts. For today, we're going to go through Dubai Bling. So for Dubai Bling, this can be watched on Netflix. We are in season 2 of this reality show that has a heavy emphasis on the bling. And isn't that what we all love to see anyways? At least I do. Opulence, please. But what I love about Dubai Bling is that although there is more than plenty, it is not all about the dirhams, baby. In addition to the wealth, we get Dubai culture. And for someone who watches from the US, we need that. We need to be exposed to as many cultures as we possibly can, but still watch something that can be relatable and aspiring at the same time. Speaking of being relatable, there is no scarcity of drama in this show. Season 2 has drama that's carried over from season 1, which you should watch if you can. However, I think for this, you can simply jump into season 2 if you don't have the time to catch up. But let's go through the cast. First, we have Ebraheem. So Ebraheem, to me, was kind of a villain from season 1, and he was born into wealth. He is a mama's boy, very loud and proud about that. And in season 2, he's getting married. We don't see his wife. I don't know if he mentioned why we don't see her, but I don't know. There was like a whole traditional process, and women couldn't be sitting with men during certain parts of the ceremony, and you have to wear your, I forgot what it's called, but there's just a lot going on. So it was very interesting to see, this whole traditional wedding style and learning about the culture. But Ibrahim is an interesting character. And I would say, I mean, if you've seen season 1, you know that him and Zena had a big falling out in season 1, and it kind of carried over to season 2. But Zena is a former model born in Lebanon. She just turned 40 and is married with children. She is the CEO of Highmark Real Estate, and she just started the I Am the Company clothing brand, which is, I guess, a play on that infamous scene from season 1 where Danya and Ibrahim went to Zena's office and coffee was tossed. Let's just say that. So yeah, Zena has turned the I Am the Company into a clothing brand, and you can purchase clothes. It's pretty cool. So Zena's best friend is Safa, and I would say she is the perfect epitome of spoiled housewife and is not afraid to hide it. Although there are many scenes where people could mock her behavior as being, this typical bratty housewife. I mean, she's not really a housewife. She has 2 young children. She just had her second baby, which she was not sure about having because her body took a big toll after the first one. So now that she's had her second child, she is all about getting a mommy makeover. And I'm all about that for her. For some reason, her husband is against it, but I think he's opening up to it. And I just, I love her. I feel like, yes, she's over the top, but I also can see some softer sides to her. And I feel like I can see the true love in her heart for her friends, her husband, and her children. She's also incredibly hilarious to watch, especially when she has her tantrums and does things like spy on her husband in a different country while wearing couture. It's too good. And then her husband, Fahad, basically gives his wife whatever she wants. He seems like a really cool guy who goes with the flow, but not in a doormat kind of way. It's in a respectable way and endearing kind of way. I feel like that might be why he seems to be the glue that holds the group together, at least from the guy's side. But let me go into Danya. So Danya is best friends with Ibrahim, who we mentioned before, and she was the perpetrator in the infamous coffee toss on Zena in her office. And although last season Danya seemed to be the villain, she seems to be showing a different side in season 2 that is opening her up to actually being likable. We see her with her husband, Bliss, DJ Bliss, and they have normal marriage issues. And she's just very determined to have an identity of her own, despite her husband wanting her to stay at home more with the children. And I have nothing but respect for that. I can totally relate to Danya after, especially after having children. We need a club. Do we have a club for this? Anyways, let me go into Bliss. So Bliss is a DJ who is the first local artist to headline a concert in Dubai. And this is a huge, huge deal for him. But instead of focusing on being, in the moment and enjoying it, being grateful, he seems to be distracted and more focused on a lot of negative things. For one, he's focused on his wife not being home enough. And two, he also is focused on some weird tension between him and Kris Fade that I am so confused about because Kris refuses to speak to Bliss about it on camera. It was a very awkward scene. But let me talk about Kris Fade. So Kris Fade, season 1, I came out loving Kris Fade. I thought Kris Fade was the number one guy in the group. And I started following him on Instagram. I'm like, man, this guy is so cool. And this season, I didn't get that same energy. I still, I'm a fan or whatever, but the way that he kept dismissing Bliss, just something felt very off to me. Like, why wouldn't he just talk to him about it unless there was something that he may be like embarrassed or ashamed about? So I don't know what's going on there. But I am happy for him and his wife. They were trying to get pregnant. She seemed very determined to get pregnant. And I believe, did they have their baby? She's either pregnant now or they had a baby, but love their growing family. They're very cute. So LJ was previously married to some guy who was a lot older than her. She got married when she was young and they had children, but then he died shortly after their last child together. And so she got all this money and now she's like this single widow who's like very young and gorgeous and stunning. And she's like a model, I guess. And for some reason, she really decided she wanted to be a waitress, even though she really doesn't need the money. And she's already like a model and everything, but she said she really wanted to just get a feel for it. So you can't help but root for her. And she also has a storyline that involves her estranged mother. Her friend Lo actually helps reunite LJ and her estranged mother. So that's a big deal. And if you're wondering who's Lo is also another person on the cast. She's a television host, so she's very used to being on camera. Also, she kind of holds the group together on the girl side as well, similar to Fahad. But I don't know. I don't have much to say about. Okay, so for Hana, in season 1, she recently was divorced and she's a mom of young children. She's also an influencer. And she proved how much power or wealth or whatever you want to call it that she had in season 1. And so now in season 2, she's actually looking to date. And I just find her whole journey very interesting because she is so, so picky. But I like that and I like watching it. So I'm excited to see more, hopefully in season 3. Last but not least is Mona. Mona's sister started the billion-dollar beauty empire, Huda Beauty. And Mona had been working with her sister side by side. They built this company together, but I guess apparently it really was mostly her sister's. She wanted to have something of her own, so she has been branching off and launched her own perfume scent. And her journey in this season as a new cast member is seeing her navigate, launching her own brand and then also putting off having children, even though her husband wants her to. So, yeah, I'm really loving Dubai Bling. If you love Bravo, reality TV, wealth, and drama, go watch Dubai Bling season 2 on Netflix. Definitely worth the binge. That's all I got for you. Thanks, y'all.